I got the ukulele from my friend Dana Tapp at Tapp's Music in Lancaster, California. And it was pretty busted up, like water damage, and the top and back were cracked. But the sides and the neck were in really good shape.
That's it? Wow, you did a great job.
Yeah,
That looks wonderful, Rick.
I'm still gonna touch up the side a little bit with a little bit of transition.
And that's beautiful. It was such a wreck when you got it.
Yeah, what do you remember about it originally?
Well, I think I found it in an antique store out in Victorville.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had it in my other store and somebody knocked it off the... Beautiful, man.
Oh, man. Let's tune it up and play it. Yeah, there we go. There we go, the ukulele jazz. All right. Yay! Let's hear it for Dana Tapp of
Yes,
Tapp's Music
that's
here
it.
in Lancaster,
It
California.
took me 50 years to learn them chords.
Yeah, very
How to
cool.
put them together.
I think
All
that's
right.
So I removed the
Man, that's
top
nice,
and,
Rick.
and back,
Right.
and got some Port Orford cedar from my friend Jack, from the Jack Miller from the Antelope Valley Guitar Society. He's sort of a mentor for me in guitar building. He's built some wonderful classicals and replaced some solid tops on some dreadnought guitars. So he has a supply of Port Orford cedar that he swears by, so I gave it a try on this little ook.
We can just sit here and talk. You know, that's basically how it's going.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, good day. Maybe I'm gonna be a little more
Here with my friend Jack Miller from the Antelope Valley Guitar Society, and we're talking about the ukulele that I fixed up for my dad. So
cool.
So I got the ook from Dana at Tapp's Music, and Jack gave me some Port Orford cedar that I cut out and stuck on there with a little bit of basic bracing. And I wanted Jack to tell us a little bit about that Port Orford cedar that he provided for us,
This is the Port Orford here.
top and back.
Nice job. I like it. So what did you do to get the
I sprayed
sunburst design?
a little bit of light brown, and then I went in with some candy colors, orange and yellow and red, and then just little black fog on the outside.
Awesome.
And then I cut out a stencil for the little musical notes.
Good job, Ray.
It's got a nice the Port Orford cedar that I got from Jack is what I used on this thing. So it has a nice ringy tone.
Nice.
It does have a good little sound to it for a soprano. A little tiny ook.
Well, if you notice how well it projects and how much sustain it has, and that's why I like using the Port Orford cedar. And in fact, I brought a little sample of the Port Orford cedar here. As you notice, it's a very fine grain, straight grain wood. This is actually grown native to Oregon, Port Orford. So it is native wood, and I like to use it just because of its characteristics. One, it has amazing structural integrity. I've repaired a lot of tops that are split out, and I don't seem to run into that with this. It just has really good structural integrity. On top of that is tone and sustain characteristics of the wood is just far superior than any wood I've ever used.
I traced it out, and I got some bracing designs from, I just researched online and found a nice standard bracing pattern, a nice fan pattern. It was fairly simple and not too So I cut out the wouldn't take too long to carve top out and back on the bandsaw. Pretty much matching shape, so you stuck them together and cut them both out really quick. And then glue them on the top and back, clamp it down, let it dry overnight, and then trim off the excess with a little router bit for a flush cut, and then sand it down. And then I set the neck with a couple of dowel pins. The original had only one pin, so I put two and clamped that baby on there, and so it doesn't twist off. There's not a lot of tension on an ukulele, but you want to make sure. You want that thing secure. Yeah, when I was a kid, Dad used to come over and play music with his friends and sing barbershop quartet. And play that honky-tonk piano, the boogie-woogie stuff. I always get goosebumps when he played that stuff. I didn't even know he played guitar or ukulele until I moved to Hawaii, after I had learned how to play guitar. And one time he came over in the 80s to my house when I lived in Van Nuys, to our apartment. I used to do a bunch of recordings, so we recorded some songs. And he liked some Willie Nelson and this old song that Roger Miller did. So he used to play this song by Roger Miller, and he played it on the 6th string. And here's the uke we made for Dad. It doesn't matter one way or another, I'd say, but I'm trying. I catch myself crying. There are fools, I was one. Now it's over and done, and I'm trying. I catch myself crying. I catch myself wondering if you'll find somebody new. And I'm wondering if you're wondering if I'll find somebody to who. It doesn't matter one way or another, I'd say, but I'm lying. I catch myself crying. Happy New Year. Thanks for the music, Dad.
My dog has fleas, fleas dogs have my dog has fleas, fleas dog have my. You know, I remember when I was a kid, my dad showing us that, look, this is how you tune a ukulele. My dog has fleas, fleas dogs have my, and going backwards and forwards, and I thought, that's cool. And just that fascination of that sound and the intervals, and that there's kind of a trick to it. I remember that. I remember my dad showing me that, and so many other things that Dad showed us over the years, and having fun with music, gathering around the piano. He'd play the boogie woogie and the Flight of the Bumblebee, and the chopsticks boogie, and just that he had that gift to make something fun out of music, and that he enjoyed it, and those who were listening enjoyed it, and that was a real gift, and something that is not only a good memory, but it was a good foundation for our own exploration of music as we started to play around and make a sound and add some chords and start learning on our own, seeking out songs and groups and things to try and play and learn. And then of course his choice to go to Hawaii and that whole influence there had a lot of influence on us as well. And even beyond the ukulele was the barbershop, when we were kids, and hearing him play, do all the parts on that multi-track RCA recorder, where he could bounce the sound and do sound on sound, and he figured out all the parts. And I remember hearing late at night when I was supposed to be asleep, I could hear all these voices, and I thought, what are Dad's friends doing over here so late? But it turned out it was him doing all the voices, recording them, and that was amazing. And that fascination, and me later singing in a barbershop quartet and figuring out parts to teach to my friends, and that was a great foundation as well to take that influence and do something with it. So my dog has fleas. We never had a dog, but we might have had fleas. But I don't know. Maybe good thing we didn't have a dog, because we would have had fleas. So maybe not having a dog saved us from fleas. But at least we had an ukulele, which is supposedly a jumping flea. All right, aloha.
When I was a little kid, the first thing I remember Dad playing on the ukulele was "You're the end of the rainbow, my pot of gold. You're Daddy's little girl to have and to hold." And then he also used to sing a song to my big sister. A song of love is a sad song. Hi lily, hi lily, hi low. So we all got to grow up with music thanks to Dad, his barbershop quartet, the Hofstede family gatherings, and it's always been one of the best parts of my life. Thanks, Dad.
Hello from Sydney, Australia on a very, very hot day. I'm going to sing a song that I learned when I was 7 years old. Dad had a ukulele, and I remember him showing me the music book with this song, the chords, and he showed me how to put my fingers on the fretboard to make the shapes of the chords. And the song went like this. My body lies over the ocean. My body lies over the sea. My body lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my body to me. There was always music in the house when we were little. There was family, aunts and uncles, grandparents, singing, guitars, piano, jug bands. There was Dad's barbershop quartet. There was just music everywhere, and I continue enjoying music with my brothers. Whenever we get together, we play, and it's one of the great joys of my life. So thank you, Dad. Thank you.
So not bad for a little plastic neck, and well, the neck is wood, but the fretboard is plastic, and the cedar has a nice tone. And we'll wrap this up pretty quick, just today. And thanks for watching the video. Let's get down here where you can see me. So Merry Christmas, a little late, Dad, but got this thing built up for you. And thanks for the gift of music and art in our lives. Love you.